Hi guys, I hope you're all well. It's currently Sunday the 27th of February 2022 and welcome to week 320 of my weight loss journey. In last week's video we all saw after my trip to Italy I saw a gain of 6 pounds or 2.7 kilograms, which meant my body mass index went from 51 up to 51.7. I'm going to start things off by reviewing my calorie consumption for the past week, which you can see in the graph above. The average of this was 2,453 compared to the previous week at 2,652. Thankfully, I've had somewhat control over my calories this week and I've brought it back down within my 2,500 calorie allowance average. This is despite the fact that this past week I've been on another working trip, but this time to the United States. I've been in the state of Connecticut for the past week. I've been trying my utmost to make the best food choices possible. Mainly, breakfast has mainly been an omelette, cheese and ham omelette with vegetables incorporated into it, with some wholemeal toast, orange juice, etc. So I've had pretty much the same thing every breakfast. For lunchtime, I've always selected the Caesar salad. Some occasions it does come with quite a lot of dressing, but overall it's always been a salad that I've ordered for my lunch. And for my evening meals it's been varied from Italian to typical American, which is burger or steak. But yeah, I've had a couple of Italians, lasagna and this other chicken dish. But those have mainly been my meals, and I've tried really hard not to go overboard whilst I've been away. And if we look at my fluid consumption for the past week, well, this was 2,564 millilitres as an average overall for the week, which is falling short of my 3,500 millilitre target. We all know, I've been saying it now for the last couple of weeks, whilst I'm away from my normal routine, weekly routine, this is one stat which I really do tend to struggle with. And even though I've made a slight improvement on the previous week, it's still falling short of where I like it to be. Now if we look at my activity levels in the form of my step count, this can be seen in the graph above. The average of this was 6,248 compared to the previous week at 5,938. Very slight increase, still falling short of my 10,000 step mark average for the week. Again, away from a normal routine, not able to do my normal evening walk. Technically it's as good as it's going to be, especially whilst I'm away from home. As we all know, every 5 weeks I retake my body measurements to see if I've made any improvement in that area as well. So without further ado, here are my latest results. Out of the 14 body measurements which I monitor, I've unfortunately seen a gain in 2 of those. I've seen a ½ inch or 1.3 centimetre gain on my waist, and I've seen a 1 inch or 2.5 centimetre gain around my hips. So therefore, in the 5 weeks since I last took my body measurements, I've seen a gain of 1.5 inches, which is 3.8 centimetres. So this means the total amount of body inches, centimetres that I've lost since starting my journey 320 weeks ago, well, this stands at 122.2 inches, which is 310.4 centimetres. It's that time of the week where we all get to see my latest weigh-in result. So here it is, guys. Here's my weigh-in. I weigh 177.1 kilograms, which is 390.5 pounds, or 27 stone 12.5 pounds. This means in the past week, thankfully, I've maintained. No loss, no gain. And after a trip to the US, I think that's pretty much a very decent result, if I do say so myself. But if I compare this result to the result I obtained at Slimming World, you can see this right here. At Slimming World this week, I saw a loss of ½ pound or 0.2 kilogram. So there we go, folks. My Slimming World result on this occasion actually provided a much better result, but as since day one of my weight loss journey, I always take my home weighing result as being my official one for that week. So even though I've experienced a loss at Slimming World this week, my home result is a maintain, so therefore I'm going to report a maintain result for the whole week, which I'm still very pleased with. Based on this week's maintain result, it means my body mass index will stay at 51.7. And of course, my third weight loss target will also remain at 15.3% complete. So in the 320 weeks that I've been doing this weight loss journey, I've seen a total loss of 150.7 pounds, which is 68.4 kilograms, or 10 stone, 10.7 pounds. Next week, I'm planning on going back onto my normal routine because at this moment in time, I don't have any further trips abroad required for work. So I think this is going to help me out now that I can focus to get back on track. Normal routine, normal food selection, ideally normal activity, being able to start my evening walks again, fitting in that step count. I'm hoping for a loss result next Saturday. Obviously time will tell if I'm successful or not. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's the end of this week's video. As always, if you'd like to continue following me along my weight loss journey and hopefully get to see much less of me in the future, by all means, subscribe to my channel so you don't get to miss out on any future videos that I post. I wish you all a fantastic week. Stay safe, look after one another, and I'll see you all again next Sunday.